What's the ballad? St. Patrick banishing the snakes from Ireland, pagans, or none of the above? St. Patrick is a 5th century figure from Western Britain, possibly Cymru or Wales, and he famously goes to Ireland as a part of Christian conversion. The first instance of anyone banishing snakes from Ireland, which some argue is a allegory or metaphor for pagans, is in the 7th and 8th century with the life of St. Columban, and it doesn't mention St. Patrick at all. It just says an Irish saint, and mind you, St. Patrick is probably Welsh, so maybe not him. And it's during a time period in which we actually still have pagans in Ireland in the 7th and 8th century, so probably literally referring to snakes. The next instance is in the 12th century with Jocelin of Furness in the life of St. Patrick, written 700 years after St. Patrick, in which it mentions that he is banishing snakes and frogs and other things that Gerald of Wales, a century later, writing the Topography of Ireland, points out he's pretty sure never existed in Ireland in the first place. And Gerald of Wales is in fact right. These things just never existed in Ireland in the first place. And it's not a metaphor for pagans. We know this because it is very clearly making allusions to Moses to make him more saintly. And St. Patrick actually wrote about his own life and mentions none of this. In fact, he thinks that he accomplished pretty much nothing. And considering Christian conversion started in the 3rd century, 200 years before him, and continued on for several centuries after him, up into the, 10th, 11th, and 12th century, he's probably right. He's kind of a drop in the bucket when it comes to Christian conversion. So why is St. Patrick important? It has absolutely nothing to do with any of his perceived achievements, but rather, I would argue he's important because he wrote about his life in 5th century Britain and Ireland. Do you have any idea how few written sources we have from 5th century Britain and Ireland? Almost none. And here's St. Patrick writing 2 written pieces. So, for that alone, let's put some respect on his name, which actually, interestingly enough, might not actually be his name, because Patrick is really just Latin for patrician, or rather father, a Catholic priest calling themselves father.